With Shaken Bacons, I just found out that the deleted scenes were released for The Last Jedi, and I'm sighing because I don't want to watch this movie again. I don't think that these deleted scenes are going to help or redeem it at all. I really don't like Rian Johnson. I'm still flabbergasted that this movie even exists, to be totally honest with you. Like, I keep thinking that I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna be a bad dream, that it happened and that it's part of Star Wars, but okay. So I'm going to go ahead and watch these. We will see. Here we go.
Johnson, I wrote and directed The Last Jedi. So when we put the whole together, we had a...
I have to admit something. I have never actually heard his voice. He sounds as much as a flipper to give it as I thought he would sound, and by the smug freaking face that he has that I thought he would sound. I'm literally 8 seconds into the clip and I'm already so mad, guys. Like, I need to just... Okay, alright, sorry.
Big movie. It was too big. It's too long, too much stuff, and so in the natural course...
Oh, it was too big movie. Oh, two big words for Rian Johnson. I'm sorry. I'm being mean. I'll try and okay.
Course of
sorry.
It down to size and shaping it, a lot of really great stuff got shaped away. Some of the sequences we hadn't cut for the sake of the bigger picture. So every time we would do that.
What bigger picture, Rian Johnson? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to yell. What bigger picture? You obviously didn't care about the bigger picture of this trilogy, and you didn't care about the bigger picture of this movie because it was so poorly written and it was so poorly edited and directed. The only thing that you did right was the visuals for this movie. Honestly, I don't know if I can watch this. I'm sorry, I'm getting so bad.
That we would console ourselves by saying, well, at least we'll get to put it on the deleted scenes. So here are the deleted scenes. There's an optional commentary by myself on each of them if you want to listen to that. Get a little bit of context for each. I'm having difficulty even listening to... I'm getting really mad, guys. Like, I'm having problems listening to him talk. Very happy we get to show these to you guys. And in case anyone's wondering, this is not an act. Like, I love Star Wars, and I hate this movie. And I understand if you liked the movie. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I understand if you've liked the movie. I wish that I liked this movie because it's not nice and it's not fun to be upset about something the way I'm upset about this. This is like, it's hard. It's really, really, really difficult. Okay, so here's Finn. The way he looked in the trailer. He's waking up. Okay. They're all running. He's leaking. Just like in the movie. That confused look on his face is him wondering why there was such a disservice done to his character. So you can definitely tell this is a deleted scene too because they haven't done final polishing on the effects. But I will say, even for a deleted scene, the CGI is very, very good. Like I am so impressed with how amazing CGI has become and the artists that put this stuff together. They really do not get as much credit as I think they deserve. They did an amazing job. And again, I think that the visuals were the best part of this movie. That credit goes to the teams of people that put in all that hard work on this. So I just want to say real quick, people that work on stuff like this do not get acknowledged enough. And I want to tell you, if any of you happen to watch this, or if any of you happen to know anybody who does this stuff, please let them know how crazy talented they are because this is not easy to do. This is very impressive, and you should know that it's very impressive, and you did a great job. Even this rough mock-up is fantastic.
found us.
Well, we knew that was coming.
See? Okay. See, that's the kind of humor I don't mind. That to me feels like a Han Solo original type bit of humor. That I don't mind. That kind of humor is fitting.
Is the base fully evacuated?
Still loading the last batch of transports. We need more time.
I think that this girl got enough screen time as it is in the ridiculous bombing sequence in the beginning. There's no point to this. Luke has a moment. Why do I feel like I'm going to have a moment?
What did you think was going to happen here? You think that I came to the most unfindable place in the galaxy for no reason at all?
I'm not leaving without you.
No. No. No! This is not Luke. Why would he just be an angry hermit on an island in the middle of nowhere? This is not, no. And why would he just cry like this for no reason? This is how I feel right now. You know what? She's pondering why Rian Johnson did this to this movie. That's what she's thinking just then.
So you blew up Starkiller Base. Yeah. Ray beat Kylo, the Resistance got the map. You won, right?
So this scene got pretty far before they cut it.
We came out of hiding to attack Starkiller. Now we gotta regroup and go back at him.
I believe in what you guys are doing here, but I didn't join this army. I don't want you to think I'm something I'm not.
Hey, it's fine. You're all right. You're here with us, where you belong. It's your jacket. I'm not much of a seller, but I was busy saving the entire fleet.
Okay.
You're demoted.
Well, wait, we took down a dreadnought.
I don't understand. Why did she slap him? In no workplace is it acceptable for a boss or a commanding officer to just go ahead and physically assault the people in their command. That's not appropriate. And I know Leia is feisty, but Leia was also a princess. She was raised by a senator. She was a ruling party on Alderaan. She knew how to comport herself, and that is not a kind of behavior that I think Leia would have exhibited. I feel like it's kind of weird that this entire movie was recorded like this anyway. I mean, I do love BB-8. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love BB-8. I think he's a cute droid. T3M4 is better. And so is HK-47. He's this meatbag's favorite droid. But BB-8's cute. Although he does seriously look just like a soccer ball, doesn't he? He looks like Cristiano Ronaldo would just come up and like boot him into the net. See, actually, I think that this scene would have added something. Like this would have added something because Finn just kind of decided to go off and find Rey, and fair enough, like they were friends and he felt responsible for her and all that. But if he had seen that, that would have kind of connected dots for him and for us as viewers as to why all of a sudden he was just like, I need to find her. You know, normally you'd think he'd just wake up and be like, okay, this is the situation. Rey's gone off on her mission. I'm assuming somebody told him. But you don't really get the pure motivation for it. I think this would have helped underscore that motivation. The caretaker sizes up Rey.
Cleaning my blaster, it went off.
Let's get started.
This is the part in the movie when I was watching it where I realized it was not going to get any better for me. Not obviously not the deleted scene, but it was the part where her blaster went off. That was when I kind of realized, and I was like,
uh-oh.
Isn't that kind of perverse, like a fish preparing fish? Is that just me?
Who are those things? I don't think they like me.
Why?
Is it because she's a Mary Sue and has no background and got no character development in this movie? So none of us understand why anyone would really care for her a whole lot. Okay, just me, okay. Okay, the infinite caretaker sequence that at this point we've all heard so much about. Here we go.
I won't.
Mark Hamill really is an extraordinary actor. Like there was a lot of emotion that he conveyed. I just agree with him. I don't think that's not Luke that he's playing. That's just not in character, and it's not in keeping at all. At all. It does, however, demonstrate how talented Mark Hamill is.
Come on, we've got to stop them.
Do you know what a true Jedi Knight would do right now?
This is not a lesson. They're going to get hurt. We have to help.
If you meet that raiding party with force, they'll be back next month in greater numbers and with greater violence. Will you be here next month? That burn inside you, that anger thinking what the raiders are going to do. The books in the Jedi library say ignore that. Only act when you can maintain balance, even if people get hurt.
Ray, wait!
I understand the frustration that is being conveyed through Luke's tone, because traditionally the Jedi's failure to act has been a major problem throughout Star Wars lore and Star Wars history. However, if he was trying to actually impart a lesson to Rey, one would think that he wouldn't do it so, like, cattle proddingly, in such a way as it almost encourages her to go off and do this. I also don't like the music that's playing in the background of this clip. I just wanted to quickly say that. She's also kind of got the same face in like every scene too, doesn't she? Alright, that's kind of funny. They're all like, what are you doing? So the reason I don't mind this is because this is very evocative, I think, of the Ewoks, the Jawas in a way. I don't mind this so much. So how did Luke mysteriously, like, zoom down through the entire group? I mean, the way that this is cut, it kind of looks like it was within, like, you know, like a minute or so. How did he suddenly get all the way down there threw the party around her through the gates without her noticing until just now so that she could confront him. I don't... Okay.
In a way.
Was this a joke?
Sorry, I didn't think you just ran so fast.
I thought they were in danger. I was trying to do something.
And that's what the resistance needs, not some old failed husk of a religion. You understand now?
I understand that across the galaxy, our real friends are really...
So, wait a minute. Okay, help me understand here. So he told her not to do anything as part of her lesson because the Jedi texts say not to do anything. And then he teaches her a lesson. And then says that he... Did he just try and teach her the opposite? Is it reverse psychology? Like, I don't understand the rationale. If he was trying to teach her to go against the Jedi teachings, if he was trying to teach her to go against the Jedi lessons, why would he bother teaching her the other 2 lessons that he did before this? I don't understand. What is the logic here?
dying. That old legend of Luke Skywalker that you hate so much, I believed in it.
You know what? We all believed in that legend too. Thanks for ruining it, Rian Johnson.
I was wrong.
No, Ray, you were not wrong. Rian Johnson was wrong. And so was Kathleen Kennedy.
You murdering bastard! Oh, take it easy, Big F. They blow you up today, you blow them up tomorrow.
Oh my god, I never realized how much hair he had. Can we all just admire that huge floof of hair on top of his head? Oh my gosh. A+ volume, my guy. A+.
Just business. You're wrong.
You know the great thing about being a stuttery actor, or an actor that uses like a little bit of a slur in your words as you act, like Del Toro, is that if you ever flub your line, you could pass it off as part of your acting technique.
Maybe.
That was the gentlest, deliberate stomp of somebody's precious belongings I have ever seen. It was like, what?
The Ottomock system. That brings back memories. You vermin may draw a little blood with a bite now and then, but we will always win.
That just looked like, okay, all right. So it's enjoyable watching him get bit, but it was so out of place, like honestly. And she looked like a little rabid chihuahua just going after his hand like that. Like that was so ridiculous. No. Her hair is not even phased though. It's still all nice and flippy. Can you imagine how much hairspray is on that hair of hers? Like a whoop hog? I like his weapon. It's all like plasticky looking.
Figured us down. But when your shiny neck was threatened, you squealed like a whoop hog.
Is this Finn's noble moment in this movie? Is this what they tried to make his noble moment? She looks like she's gonna cry, doesn't she? Is that just me? It kind of looks like she's about to cry. Is the implication that they would believe a story like that? Is that the implication? What? What? Why'd she kill them? What was the... Okay.
Full stop.
Look at. Oh my god! This deleted scene is worth it just for the digital mock-up of BB-8 hucking Rosen and the TIE fighters coming down like rain. Oh my god, that's fantastic. A+. Rose and Finn go to where they belong. I think their storyline should go to where it belongs. Again, great disservice done to this character. Seriously, huge disservice to the character of Finn. This film treated him like he was a joke. Okay, let me just say, I don't mind her character. The problem is her character created and helped support a terrible storyline and helped undermine something heroic that he tried to do. That's the fault of the writing. That's the fault of the director. That's the fault of Kathleen Kennedy if she had a hand in this. The fact that they used her to help create this stupid storyline that they completely used to throw his character on this BS side mission when his character had so much promise, that is what ticks me off. They did him such a disservice. If they had brought her in a different way, that would have been better. If they had done different tweaks and different things with this movie, it would have been so much better. If they had just followed the threads of the plot and actually not done lazy writing and developed their characters, finished different storylines, this would have been so much better. And I'll keep watching. I just wanted to say they they screwed up this character's chance to become a very interesting. This character could have been an interesting part of Star Wars if it was not for that storyline. And if it was not for that stupid thing that they had her do when she kissed him at the end. And even he was confused. Like, he looked like he couldn't believe it was happening as he acted the scene out. And it robbed his character of that kind of noble sacrifice that would have defined his change as an individual. That's like they looked at the one opportunity for character development that they set up in this story and just spat on it.
So,
We belong.
Okay. Oh, it's not done yet? Great. This needs to end.
let's go around back.
I still don't understand. Well, that was as bad as I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie. I laughed at a couple things. There were a few things that I noticed were paying a little bit of homage to the previous films, like the fish people were sort of like an Ewok callback, I felt, but I'm still really, really mad about this movie. There could have been so many amazing things that they did with this, and they threw it away. Looking at these deleted scenes, it just re-emphasizes to me the problems that this movie has, and I find it so utterly frustrating. It's so frustrating to me because it could have been so good. The deleted scenes did not help anything for me. I did not enjoy the fisherman scene, and seeing Luke like that just reminds me of how they absolutely butchered his character and completely flipped off the entire history of the movies before that and who he was. And it just reminded me of how they almost downgraded. I won't even say they almost downgraded. They downgraded the characters of Rey and Finn and Poe. They downgraded Leia, for God's sake. I mean, this just reemphasizes to me that I never want to see this movie again. I would love it if we could all just pretend it didn't happen. Again, like, I didn't realize I could have the depth of disdain that I have developed for someone that I don't know personally as much as I have developed it for Rian Johnson, based on how he has handled this movie, its reception, how he handled its inception for that matter, his entire persona and his demeanor and his approach to this. What were your thoughts on the deleted scenes? How did you feel about them? Did they make you feel any differently about The Last Jedi? Did they underscore your feelings about The Last Jedi like they underscored mine? Let me know in the comments below. I love to read your comments. I love that we have discussion in the comments. Feel free to follow me on Twitter if you want to follow me on Twitch. I always post on Twitter when I'm going to be going live, so if you guys want to hang out with me, I'm usually streaming on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I usually put out a tweet just before I go live. Of course, I'm also on D.Tube and STEEMIT, etc. Have a wonderful weekend, and let's all just pretend The Last Jedi didn't happen. Or if you liked The Last Jedi, I will say I hope you enjoyed the deleted scenes, and I hope it added something for you. I will catch you later. Bye.